What's up, YouTube? So before we get started with this video, on First Take, they're going to be talking about some comments Tyreek Hill made about nobody being able to cover him. So let's see what they have to say about that.
You hear Tyreek Hill?
Yes,
He's all ready to go.
Well, let me say this. I never like when guys speak before the game because you can only speak for yourself. I don't mind a fighter that talks. I don't mind a golfer that talks. I don't mind a tennis player that talks. But I'm always averse to dudes that have to rely on other people running their mouth because you can't vouch for them. You can only vouch for you. Having said that, mad respect to Tyreek Hill. That's a bad brother.
Tyreek Hill is bad, and you definitely have to account for him.
He's the real deal. This is an elite receiver we don't talk enough about. Tyreek Hill is a bad somebody. McCole Hardman is a bad somebody. Travis Kelce is that dude, okay? Not to mention sublime decision-making on his part. He knows what I'm talking about. My point to you...
Not Tyreek Hill, though.
No, I said Travis Kelce.
Just want to clear that up for America.
Travis Kelce's decision-making.
Not
Lord have
Tyreek
mercy.
Hill.
But anyway, I digress. My point is, Tyreek Hill, it's not like he lying. It's just that the AFC Championship game is coming up. Tennessee is no joke. Notice they ain't saying a word. They flying under the radar. These are rough riders, man. Ain't no softies on the Tennessee Titans. They gonna show up now. And so for me, Max, I never liked this only because in a team sport, I'm not talking about overall skill set, production, etc. On any given Sunday, I might not be able to rely on you that day. And I just don't like it because of that reason.
I would agree with.
So Tyreek Hill is definitely a baller and a guy you definitely need to account for. So let's take a quick look at his past 5 games. So against Houston, he had 3 receptions, 41 yards, 0 touchdown, 1 fumble. Against the Chargers, he had 4 receptions, 61 yards, 0 touchdowns. Bears, 5 receptions, 72 yards, 0 touchdowns. Broncos, 5 receptions, 67 yards, 2 touchdowns. Patriots, 6 receptions for 62 yards. So those aren't stellar numbers. He wouldn't be my primary guy I would be worried about if I was the Tennessee Titans, especially the last game against Houston. He had 3 receptions for 41 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 1 fumble. So my primary concern if I was the Tennessee Titans would be Travis Kelce, but we'll get deeper into him later on in the video. So let's continue.
In this case, you mentioned one of them. When you have Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce on the same team, and Patrick Mahomes is the quarterback, someone's getting theirs. There's nothing you can do. You just can't, someone is getting theirs. No disrespect to Damian Williams or any of the other receivers. They have a lot of talented guys on the team. But Tyreek Hill on the same field with Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes is throwing them the ball, pick your poison, because one of them is going to kill you. That said, the Tennessee Titans, any one of these 4 teams in the championship games are Super Bowl capable winners. They're potential Super Bowl winners. It's a really good championship round. The Tennessee Titans remind me, Molly, you mentioned it the other day, of the Giants in 2007 or in 2011. They went on the road. They knocked off the defending champs. They went on the road. They knocked off the best team in football, or at least the team throughout the regular season, the best team in football. Now they're on the road facing the team. I think a lot of people say, I think the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl. They are alive. I'm not saying you're going to stop Tyreek Hill. I'm saying ball control, Derrick Henry, defense, Tannehill making enough plays. Hill can get his and they can still lose.
So my primary concern if I was the Tennessee Titans will be Travis Kelce. So let's take a look at his past 5 games. So against Houston, he had 10 receptions for 134 yards and 3 touchdowns. Against the Chargers, 3 receptions, 24 yards, 0 touchdowns. Bears, 8 receptions, 74 yards, 1 touchdown. Broncos, 11 receptions, 142 yards, 0 touchdown. And against the Patriots, 7 receptions for 66 yards and 0 touchdowns. So my primary concern would be for Travis Kelce. Tyreek Hill is a baller and he can provide a lot of diversions, or you can go to him. But I think Travis Kelce would be the main guy I would try to shut down. And Damian Williams is up there too, keeping the defense honest. But between Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Damian Williams, and Patrick Mahomes, I think that's going to be a little bit too much for the Tennessee Titans defense to take care of. Versus the Kansas City Chiefs, all they would really have to neutralize would be Derrick Henry. And I think the last time they met, I think Derrick Henry ran for 130. But that's easier to contain than it would be to contain Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Damon Williams, and Patrick Mahomes. So let's continue.
In full disclosure, I picked the Chiefs to beat the Tennessee Titans. But I'm going to go off of, like, boxing vernacular. You know, you talk about styles make fights.
Right.
Boy, the Tennessee Titans got a style to them.
Yeah.
They got a style.
Yeah.
And you talk about Tyreek Hill and what he brings to the table. I always say speed kills you because it's something you can't teach.
Mm-hmm.
But when you talk about the physicality that the Tennessee Titans bring to the table, okay, what good is Tyreek Hill going to be if he's sitting on the sideline?
Right.
Because Derrick Henry and them boys are throwing people out the club on the line of scrimmage, and he's just beating up and bruising and battering people out there on the football field. So I don't think the Tennessee Titans defense can necessarily stop the Kansas City Chiefs. Mm-hmm. But what I think they will do is they're going to turn it into a street fight.
Well,
that's what's.
So I think it's definitely going to be a street fight. But like I said, of the two defenses that have a harder time or going to have the most difficult time, I think it's going to be the Tennessee Titan defense. Because like I said, the Kansas City Chiefs are multidimensional on offense. Between Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, and Damien Williams, that's a lot to account for. That's a lot of spread out issues you'd have to worry about versus what the Kansas City Chiefs defense will have to worry about, which would be primarily Derrick Henry. And like I said, I think the last time they met, Derrick Henry put up some serious yards. I think he went for like 130. But if you can stop that, that's going to take away a major part of the Tennessee Titans game. So hopefully they learned from the last time they played and got beat and ran over by Derrick Henry. So let's continue.
What happened? With a team like the Kansas City Chiefs that have all these weapons and Mike Vrabel, coach, and knowing his background, they're going to turn into a street fight.
Let me tell you, and I get where you're coming from because that's where I was going. Here's the reality. Kansas City better not go down 24-0 to Tennessee. This is not the Houston Texans. This is
Well, you don't want to be doing that to any team.
Tennessee. They get a lead like that. They're gonna hand that ball to Derrick Henry, and they're gonna say, "Take us to Miami."
They're gonna do that.
That's
from
what
the
they're gonna say.
beginning of the game.
I understand that, but they're gonna especially do it. They get a lead. They're gonna say, "Take us to South Beach. Let's go. We're gonna ride this train." And what they're gonna do is they're gonna kill clock. They're gonna move chains, and they're gonna beat you up. So let me tell you something. Like I said, when we talk about Tyreek Hill, speaking for yourself, not for everybody else. We all know they all world offensively, weapons everywhere, but they were making mistakes early in the game. Special teams hurt them. Okay,
Yeah,
you
they
had
started
even
slow.
Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce caught 10 passes.
He dropped one early. Yeah.
He dropped two.
Yeah, two of them.
Okay, so he would have had 12. It would have been 12 for 12. But he dropped. Even the great Travis Kelce dropped passes. All I'm saying to you is, when you Tyreek Hill, you can't speak for everybody. And that's why I always get nervous when dudes open their mouth in a team sport, because you can't vouch for the next man.
So
you can only vouch for you.
Exactly. But like I said before, the Kansas City Chiefs have a high-powered offense, and they displayed that last week against the Houston Texans. Well, in the second quarter, they put up, 28 points? And between the second quarter and like the middle of the third quarter, it had like 41 unanswered points. So, and 7 touchdowns, consecutively. So, I mean, the Kansas City Chiefs are a high-powered offense that can take care of business fast, versus what I'm saying, the Tennessee Titans. Like I said, if you could shut down Derrick Henry, it should be a pretty good day. It should be a pretty good day. Stack that box and shut him down. That would be my primary focus. I would definitely make Tannehill beat me through the air and shut down Derrick Henry. I know I've been saying it for a while. I said it last week, and, the dude went crazy, got 195. But between the two, I think the Tennessee Titans are going to have a harder time trying to take care of Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, and Williams. So, I don't know. Let's continue.
But he can vouch for himself. And they are basically unguardable, but that's the funny thing about football in terms of the styles matchup. The Chiefs can score as fast as you blink your eyes, 7 points. The Titans then chew up a whole bunch of clock and score the same 7 points.
Yeah.
So what good did it do you to score that quick? Because in the end, if it's score, if you can't stop the other side, by chewing clock, they keep the score lower. And in a lower scoring game, the less talented team has chances, because any one score might determine the outcome. But Tyreek Hill is the fastest land mammal. Like every game he's in, it's like, that dude is faster than everybody else. He's right.
No doubt. The question for me is,
So if they're really gonna start going to Tyreek Hill and have him blow up this game, they're probably gonna have to get started early. Because like I said, Travis Kelce is looking like at this point Patrick Mahomes' primary receiver. I mean, that guy's been killing it. Like last week, like I said, 10 receptions, 134 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Versus Tyreek Hill last week, 3 receptions, 41 yards, no touchdown, and a fumble. So if they're going to get Tyreek Hill in there, they're going to have to get him started early. And I don't know, it still seems like a daunting task for the Titans because there's too many areas where the Kansas City Chiefs are dangerous. Tyreek Hill is definitely one of them, but Travis Kelce, they can keep the defense honest, which would be more easier or harder to do than it would be if you were the Tennessee Titans and trying to run the rock with Derrick Henry. Because like I said, if you shut down Derrick Henry, the Kansas City Chiefs defense, it's going to be a good day. So I don't know. Let's continue.
Kansas City's defense stopped Derrick Henry.
Well, here's the question.
I don't know if they were.
Here's my answer to the question. I believe you're stopping Derrick Henry even if he gets 150 yards. Because he's been over 180 the last 3 games.
Yeah.
If you can hold him to 150 yards, you Kansas City with that high-powered offense,
Yeah.
Think about what you just
Vrabel
said.
was
Now,
real
hold
impressive in
them
that
to
game. You played with
150.
Vrabel for a couple years, right? He was
played-
really impressive.
I know his mindset. Listen, one last point. Derrick Henry against 8 people in the box on defense, averaging almost 8 yards a carry.
It's unreal.
When that means when the defense knows they're going to run
It
the
was
football,
unreal.
still
In
averaging
that
8
game
yards a
in
carry.
Foxborough on his
Exactly. That's crazy. That's what I'm saying. If the Kansas City Chiefs let Derrick run loose, then that's on them. I mean, you know he's coming. He's been killing people for the past month and a half, putting up almost 200 yards. So you know what you have to do. Stack that box and shut down Derrick Henry. Do not let that man get going. I know it's easier said than done, but that should be their primary focus is take care of Derrick Henry versus what the Tennessee Titans defense is going to have to do. They're going to have to be multi-dimensional, shutting things down between Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, and Damian Williams. And then you start to account for Patrick Mahomes, who can run all over the place. So, I don't know. Let's continue.
birthday, he carried that whole team.
Is that Derrick Henry?
Line.
Oh, the line.
That offensive line.
Yeah, of course.
That
Did you hear me?
offensive line.
Did you hear me?
He brought him.
It's a combination of both between a stellar offensive line and a stellar running back in Derrick Henry.
On Rolex.
What's the first thing I said? They throwing people out the club.